Hi, my name is Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought we would try some simple Halloween projects. I do love a good involved Halloween project that takes a week, but sometimes it's nice to just do simple little things that you can accomplish in a day or two. Today's video, we're going to do some spooky stones. We're going to Halloween up some battery operated candles I found at a thrift store. We're going to make some haunted house plates that you can hang in a plate hanger. And what was the other? Oh yeah, the doorknobs we're going to turn into floral arrangements. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. To make the spooky stones, I just gathered some rocks from outside. I don't know if you could buy these at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or somewhere like that, but I just got some from nature. And I am going to do a couple of different things with these. I wish I had the artistic ability to paint things on them just freehand, but I'm not good at that. My daughters are though. Maybe I could convince them to do so. Instead, what I have done is I have found some Halloween like silhouette things to print out. I went to Crazilla, I believe it is, and I can post that link underneath, and just found some free images that I could print out, and then I'm going to Mod Podge them onto the rocks after I paint them this gold color. And then another thing I think I might do is with some of the paper that I got on Etsy and printed out, I might Mod Podge the whole rock to give it some more color. And I think for these rocks, I'm going to put them out here on my deck and some of my plants just to give it a little more decor. A lot of the things I'm making and buying recently have a gold or a brass color to them, at least in the accents. And also, I am not sure what color scheme I'm going to go with on my deck this year, so I wanted to do something that would go with anything. But I think these rocks would look really good either painted black or orange with a different color. I did decide not to go ahead and do the Mod Podge of the paper because I ran out of time. But you can make some really cool rocks, I think. And like I said, if you have the talent to freehand things, that would be awesome. Next, I printed out 8 different pictures that I wanted to put on my rocks. And I had 3 different methods I wanted to try for transferring the pictures onto the rocks. The first method I used was just straight Mod Podging it on. But to do that, I needed to cut around all the little details. And so like for the ghost and the pumpkin and the bat, I was able to do that pretty well. But for the more intricate ones, I wanted to try some different methods to see if I could make it look good without having to cut around every little hair and finger. The next method I tried was one I found online involving my inkjet printer and some Liquitex matte medium. And I think I just need to practice this technique more because it sort of worked at first. It just wasn't as crisp as I wanted it to be. But in the end, I washed this off and started over. The next technique I tried was to print things on rice paper and cut around them as close as I could while still preserving the little details. And this is the method I ended up using for the ones that were hard to cut out. I don't really like how the white looks around it, but it's less noticeable than it would have been on just regular printer paper. I think I'm still going to try to practice the transfer technique, maybe using wax paper next time. After they were dry, I used a glossy sealer, and now they are all ready to go into my rock garden. found these candles at a thrift store, and there's nothing wrong with how they look, but I wanted to Halloween them up a little bit. They do work. I tried them, and I was super excited to find these at a thrift store because in the stores they're pretty expensive. I really like that style. I've seen these at, is it Pottery Barn? And they're like $50 or $60 per candle. I don't know that these are Pottery Barn, probably not, but they're similar. And so I am going to, I went back and forth on what to do with these. I thought about making them kind of witchy with like moss and stuff, but I think what I'm going to do is try to make them a little bit more elegant. I'm going to paint the inside part black, and then I found this paper that I printed out that I'm going to Mod Podge all around it, and we'll see how that turns out. I've decided I love using hot glue with my molds to create different accents. And one of the people who commented on my last video had mentioned that there are black glue sticks, and so I've ordered some, but I didn't want to wait for them to get here to do this step. But whoever that was, thank you so much. That was a really good tip, and I'm excited about that. That'll save a lot of time. Anyway, I made some borders that I'm going to put on the top and the bottoms of the candles using my hot glue. The next step was Mod Podging the paper onto the candles, and it was a little more of a beast than I was expecting. I could really have used an extra couple of hands to hold things. I used some sandpaper to get the edges of the paper off evenly on the bottom. Then I gave it a coat of glossy Mod Podge because I wanted it to have a little shine to it. I started out wanting to use some strong glue to attach the hot glue pieces, but that didn't work out, so I just used good old hot glue to attach them. I might have a rub and buff problem. I use it on everything, but I think it just makes it look so good. And there you have my fake Pottery Barn Halloween candles. I apologize for the pictures I take of the end products. I need to figure out a place where I can take good photos without having glare. So I'm working on that, but they look really good in person. I don't know if it comes across in the photos or not, but I was pleased with them. I'm always seeing plate hangers and old plates at thrift stores, and so I found a hanger that I liked, and then I got a couple of plates, and I made sure that they had some texture around the edges because I knew I wanted to use my friend Rub and Buff. Next, I found some castle picture on Etsy that I downloaded and printed out, and I cut them out to match the circle that was the inside of the plates. Then I Mod Podged the pictures onto the plates and sealed it with a glossy sealer. For this craft, I just found some doorknobs at a thrift store. And I'm going to turn these into little vases, put some little floral things in here. Super simple, but super cute. Thank you so much for watching. And if you've tried any of these projects today, please send me a picture or let me know how it goes. I'll see you next time.